All right, guys, welcome back to Relegation Battle. We'll go through the Prem stuff as usual before we go through this week's European action. Tom, let's start yesterday's North London derby. It was a bit of a disappointing one. I don't think many people expected it to go the way it did based on recent games. But my question is, how much do you think the Son injury impacted you guys?
I mean, I saw it coming, him getting injured because he's been looking tired for ages. He's playing every fucking game. I mean, if you didn't take Son off, LAMELA wouldn't have got a goal because he came on for him. So, yeah, I mean, if he comes out of the team, it's a massive. He's like our second best player. So, it is a massive change in the game, but that doesn't stop us from playing absolutely poor for the whole rest of 70 minutes. So it was shit.
Were you a bit surprised that LaMela, I know he scored the goal obviously, but that LaMela came on instead of Dele Alli? Because I expected Ali to come on.
No, I wasn't actually, because there were a lot of people saying there's a good chance of LaMela starting from the beginning anyway, because he's been in good form recently. He played brilliant in the Europa League game. He's probably our best player on the pitch in our Europa League game. So it don't surprise me, especially since Ali in that Europa League game was probably the worst player on our team in that game compared to LaMela being the best player on our pitch. But yeah, I wasn't that surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what did you make the whole performance? I mean, obviously, a bit unlucky at the end not to score from that Kane free kick and then the rebound. And then, obviously, the penalty decision's been a bit 50-50 with people as well. Some people saying it's clear, some people saying it's not. But what did you just make of your whole performance?
Well, the penalty decision, I don't think it was clear, but then I do think it's a penalty because I got to think of it. If that's Harry Kane and someone stupid in the other team's making that, as much as he's already taken a shot, there is still contact on the man. I think it's a penalty. Not really much arguing with that. The performance, I'm so confused because during the game I was like, this ain't Mourinho's fault because he set up attacking as in the lineup. But then it can still be Mourinho's fault. I thought it was Mourinho's fault in the last 80 minutes because recently we've been having such good intensity in attacking teams. It takes us 2-1 down and a man down in the last 10 minutes to absolutely dominate the game and put pressure on you with a man down. Why does it take that? Even with a man down, we started to dominate the game in the last 10 minutes, causing you problems. You were panicking a lot in the back for the last 10 minutes. And we had a man down, and it took us that long to go and do. I didn't understand the performance, so I'm a bit confused. At first, I didn't think it was Mourinho, but thinking of it, why would the players take so long to then have a reaction? Like, because obviously, when you're losing, you have to go for it no matter what. No one can say nothing to you because you've got no choice. But when it's like when you're winning or when you're drawing, and you still got something in your hands, they just didn't look like they wanted to go and win it. I don't know whether it was just a poor performance from the players or I just have a feeling it's Mourinho's instructions. A lot of people might say, yeah, but look at the lineup of power. You can put up a lineup, but that doesn't mean, just because you put up an attacking lineup, don't mean the tactics are attacking. Because he could give them, I feel like he's giving them instructions where they're just shit scared to fucking go against it, to be honest. One of the big decisions that I thought was so stupid, but I thought it was a bad decision anyway. I thought, he might be all right. Playing fucking Doherty. Oh my God. People are saying, though, it's Gareth Bale's fault. It's really not, because it's not like you lot weren't even overlapping. It was just Tierney hugging the touchline. So it was literally Tierney versus Doherty, and he won every single duel against him. He battered Doherty. It's not like he was overlapping and he was like overplayed by two other and like an extra player. It was literally 1v1 and he beat him every single time. He's shit. He should not have played. I'd rather play. He's that bad. rather play like Tanganga because it gives you something. Like, it gives you a bit of physicality, a bit of pace. I wanted Aurier, but if Aurier can't play, just fucking Tanganga in there because that guy is fucking crap. But honestly, I'm so confused where we go from here because obviously results have been good recently, but then this is a big game and I just can't work out how we play anymore because I thought the attacking lineup was a good lineup, and then the tactics must have just been because you don't know what is said in the changing room. So the intent, there was no intensity. So I have a feeling it's Mourinho. And to be honest, right, I'm at the point of even if we win the Europa League, I wouldn't give a shit if we got rid of Mourinho just because this team needs a massive rebuild. It needs a rebuild. We are in a transition now, and I think we've realised that we do need to do a long-term rebuild like Arsenal. And Mourinho is not a rebuild manager. He's a manager that has basically got a team that is nearly there, and he just needs to add a couple of players. Mourinho is not long-term. Because we need a long-term manager, I'd get someone like Brendan Rodgers or Nagelsmann, get them in, because this squad is not built enough, especially defensively, for Mourinho to do anything with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough. I think I was obviously looking at that. I think Graham Potter wouldn't be a bad solution for Spurs either, just looking at what he's done and the way his teams play. But from an Arsenal perspective in the game, I wasn't expecting to dominate the way we did. I think, especially after seeing Aubameyang was benched, obviously, I think that was the right call as well, personally. If, as a manager, whoever makes the rules and protocols, you've got to follow them no matter who the player is. So I was all right with that. I was still just a bit disappointed in Aubameyang himself because, captain before a big game, you don't want him to be doing that. But, we move as a team. I think a lot of people said that that's the reason Lacazette started, but I think Aubameyang would have started on the left and Smith Rowe would have been benched. So I think maybe it was actually a good thing because Smith Rowe was definitely one of my better players in that game. Obviously, like you said, Doherty wasn't great, so that helped him a lot. But I think, playing him and Odegaard is just good for us because Odegaard likes to drift a bit more to the right, so that gives a passing option there. Smith Rowe on the left, that gives a passing option there, which is good for us. I agree. I think it's a penalty purely because Sanchez had taken out his body as well. If he just took out his leg, you can argue, yeah, that's what the ball was, it's a block. Because he had gone into his body a bit recklessly as well, I think because of that, it's a pen. But yeah, Partey I think was good, but like everyone in the last 10 minutes just collapsed. I don't know what happened in the last 10 minutes, but these guys panicked differently. And I think that's where you got to give credit to David Luiz a bit. But
we put pressure on you, so like I'm not being funny, right? I thought you played well. You 100% deserved it. Even though we should have scored, we didn't deserve it. As much as you're a good attacking team, you're shit at the back. Like, and it took us that long to try and do something against your shit defense. I remember Gabriel. There was at one point where you were panicking that much. They were trying to get it away, and what he did was he panicked that much. He literally just booted the ball up in the air. It didn't go nowhere, but he just booted it. They were panicking, and it just no intensity. And I can't believe we waited till the last 10 minutes to cause you problems. And to be honest, we probably should have made it 2-2. We were unlucky, but did not fucking deserve it anyway. So it's just shit.
Yeah, that's why it didn't make sense to me because you look at our last few games, most of the goals you can see come from our mistakes. The Olympiacos goal, Benfica goals, Burnley one comes from us just making mistakes. So I thought you would have pressed us a bit more. Even throughout the whole game, I feel like whenever Lucas attacked us or tried to take us on, he did it successfully and went to take him out. So yeah, it was a bit confusing. Your guys' tactics just almost try to sit off us a bit and let us just play, but I guess maybe Mourinho thought it worked for you last time. It might work for you again, but I think it's a solid win for us, and I think it really just kickstart the rest of our season now and help us, maybe get a bit further up the table rather than 10th place. But the question now for Jack and Ty is that LAMELA goal, obviously one of the best goals we've seen this season, fantastic goal. where does that rank for you in Premier League history? Because it is such a unique goal.
Tough. I mean, it's definitely up there. One of the best goals. I mean, it's not like, I know it wasn't in the Premier League, but it's not like that's the first time he's done it as well. So no one can call it lucky or a fluke because he's done it before. It's a fantastic goal. I still want to say number one, but definitely you're looking top 5 to top 10 of goals of Premier League history. It was that good. Just because, like you said, how unique it was.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely in recent years, obviously you don't really see goals like that in the Prem. Yeah, I probably agree with Jack. Top 10, top 5. But yeah, it was a very good goal. It's a shame he got sent off after, but you know, yeah, good goal.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with you guys there. But yeah, just topped off a good week for us because, you know, pressure was on us to get a win over Olympiacos after happened last year and against Tottenham as well after poor results against them recently. So it's a good week for us. Jack, we'll move on to you. After a disappointing draw against Milan, I don't know, I didn't watch it again, watch the highlights, but the West Ham game was a bit, not scrappy, but Fabianski played well, fair enough to him. But you guys got the win in the end. Do you think that gives you a bit more confidence going into this Milan second leg now?
Yeah, I think it does because I know the scoreline only says 1-0, but first 10 minutes were a bit slow. But after that, I thought we actually played quite well. Like you said, Fabianski made 2 great saves. Greenwood hit the post. So I thought we actually played quite well, and I was a bit confused about West Ham's performance. They've been done so well. Played against City the other week and went to them with the game, so they pressed them high, and I thought, okay, that's what they'll do against us. But they played 5 at the back, 4 across the midfield, 3 across the midfield, then 2 up front, and it was just so defensive. They couldn't. After the first 10 minutes, they couldn't get out of the half. Every long ball, Maguire was winning, Lindelof was winning. And I don't know, they just didn't play well. And then I think it does give us confidence. I mean, looking at the rumours, we might have Martial, Cavani, Van der Beek, and Pogba all hopefully back for that Thursday game, which is a massive boost as well. So that will give us even more confidence. And obviously, Rashford came back yesterday and was played 90 minutes, so he's back as well. So yeah, I think it gives us massive confidence.
I mean, maybe that's just the Lingard effect, really. That's what Lingard did to West Ham, make them a top 4 team. But how would you want to line up against Milan? Though? What would your preferred midfield and front line be? Because I feel like the defense is fairly straightforward.
If everyone's available and everyone's fit, whether they're able to play the whole night or not, I would play either Matic, McTominay, and Fred with Pogba. Okay. One of them 3 with Pogba. And then Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, Martial. Martial number 9, Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, then Bruno in the 10. That's what I would do.
Fair enough. Well, AC Milan lost yesterday as well against Napoli, 1-0, so maybe they might be a bit demotivated from that. So I think I'm expecting a very good game on Thursday for that. Chai, wasn't the best weekend for you in terms of Chelsea results, but other results went your way, so it wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair to say that Leeds' performance is quite disappointing from an attacking perspective.
Yeah, but it's not a surprise anymore. You know, it was disappointing mainly from Pulisic and Ziyech again. You know, I don't know why Pulisic was stopped. What are you thinking, Jack?
I'll say I don't like him.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know why Pulisic started. I don't really. Maybe it's because he's been crying in the media, but you know, especially right wing back, which that didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But yeah, defensively we were good again as per usual. Mendy had a good game. Midfield. They were okay. It was just mainly we had chances as well. Like we should have scored. Like we should have scored at least one. But it's just typical Chelsea now, isn't it? And it's made me a bit nervous for Atletico Madrid, because if they get an early goal or something, I can't see us scoring, to be honest, unless it's another moment of brilliance from Giroud or something. So but I mean, at least everyone else behind us dropped points. Obviously, West Ham, Everton, and obviously Spurs. They were slowly gaining on us, but they dropped points. So it's not like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a terrible result, but I still want to win like every game. Obviously, I think our next three in the league are pretty winnable as well. So it could end up, so if we get 9 points out of obviously possible 9, then the Leeds result it's not that deep in it. But obviously, if we lose like 1 or 2 of them, then it could get a bit sticky. But I think we'll be all right. But yeah, obviously the attack, it's just so poor, man.
Yeah, you said the lineup was a bit interesting. Do you think that shows that Tuchel's maybe just prioritizing the Champions League game over the Leeds game? Because I think we expected Hudson-Odoi to probably start as well in that game. Maybe Werner as well. So do you think it's just him thinking the UCL is more important right now?
Yeah, probably. And he probably thought the players that he put out were good enough to try and win the game. Like, I'm not making any excuses, because like they are good enough, but they're just not in form at the moment. So, and then and obviously we have played a lot of games as well, so he probably felt the need to rotate, especially with players like obviously Hudson-Odoi has had loads of injuries. So maybe he thought it'd be smart to just give him a bit of a rest. And Werner's played like 90 minutes all the time. I don't know why he doesn't do anything, but so hopefully he just plays Hudson-Odoi and Werner. Obviously Werner, because if Atletico do come out, then Werner might be able to do something on the counter attack, but we'll just see what happens. I mean, he might be prioritising Champions League. I don't really know why, because we're not going to win it, but hopefully we can get through to the quarterfinal and then just see what happens. Hopefully we get maybe a Porto or someone, but hopefully we win. I'm actually nervous for that game now after watching our performance.
Yeah, I think 1-0 is obviously not a safe lead at all, so I expect Atletico to come out a bit in that. Other than that, Liverpool are playing tonight against Wolves at 8. I'm going to try to find a stream for that just to watch on read, to be honest. But City won 3-0. Fulham held on until half-time, and then after that first John Stones goal, sort of just let City score 2 more, which is a bit disappointing to see because they've been playing quite well. But yeah, not a good result for them. But Brighton got the win. So I think, I want to say against Southampton. 2-1 against Southampton. So big 3 points for them. Newcastle doing 1 on Villa. I think they were a bit unlucky to let Villa were a bit lucky to score, but then I guess Newcastle's 95th minute winner or whatever, equaliser, was sort of just making up for that. Palace being West Brom 1-0. Burnley being Everton 2-1, like I think I mentioned earlier. Big win for Burnley. Keeps them, I think that pretty much gives them safety, I think. 33 points now, just one off the 34-point mark, but I think that's all the Premier League action, really. Leicester, of course, being Sheffield United 5-0 as well after they sacked Chris Wilder, which is a bit of a weird decision, I think, at this point in the season to do it. But, Kelechi United scoring.
Disagreement.
Oh,
it was due to breakdown in relationship with the owner, apparently.
Fair enough then. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they sign. Sign, I guess, before next season in the Championship. But yeah, Kelechi Iheanacho scoring his first ever Premier League hat-trick. And I think I saw that the last 3 hat-trick scores in the Premier League are all African now. It's Iheanacho, Mahrez and Aubameyang, so fair play to them. So elsewhere, PSG lost yesterday to Nantes, so that means Lille are still top of Ligue 1. But unfortunately, the worst part of that was Di Maria and Marquinhos' houses both got robbed during the game, so Di Maria had to get subbed off. Hopefully their families are okay because they were in the house at that time. Like I mentioned earlier, AC Milan lost, so Inter are now 9 points clear in that league because they won 2-1, if I'm correct. Yeah, it was yesterday as well, so
Yeah.
it's a good result for them. Ronaldo scoring a hat-trick as well, just to keep Juve in that race somewhat. I think they have a game in hand, so that would be useful for them. Barca are playing tonight at 8 o'clock as well, same time as Liverpool, so they have a chance to close the gap to Atletico, who drew 0-0 against Getafe, I want to say. Real Madrid fluked their way to a win. Benzema just saved them out of nowhere. Great volley in the last minute or so to get them a 2-1 win. Then Bundesliga, I have no idea what happened. I can't lie. I cannot remember. I feel like I want to say Bayern won. Let me check. But
Yeah, Bayern did win.
Bayern.
I know
Dortmund
Leipzig
won.
dropped points.
Yeah, so Bayern won 3-1. Yeah, Leipzig
Dropped points.
1-1 to Frankfurt, and Dortmund won 2-0 against Hertha Berlin. Julian Brandt scored that great goal, and then Moukoko Kimon scored as well. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much what happened across Europe. England under-21 squad got announced today. The notable names are Max Aarons, Ben Godfrey, Sessegnon, Tanganga, Tom Davies, Curtis Jones, Dwight McNeil, Greenwood, Hudson-Odoi, and Smith Rowe. So I'm guessing that means
Skip.
no one. She's still championship for now, isn't it?
He's a bowler.
Todd Cantwell scored a great goal for Norwich on the weekend to get their winner. Very good finish on his left foot. But I'm guessing that means Foden and Saka are probably most likely to be in the senior squad then for the upcoming 3 games. But that's getting announced on Thursday. Today, Fabrizio Romano came out and said, or was it Zidane? They came out and said that Ronaldo return to Madrid could be possible in the summer. So maybe you want to keep an eye out there. And I want to bring back my agenda against XG to prove that it's useless once again. I saw a stat from the XG philosopher on Twitter, of course. Don't know why the page exists, but here we go. Our 3 goals against Olympiacos, were 0.02 XG, 0.04, and 0.01, proving again how useless the stat is because we scored 3 goals from that. But, people choose to
I don't
believe
get it, man. Makes no sense. XG is one of the dumbest things
I'm so confused.
XG is just useless in my opinion. I don't understand why people look at it at all because it means nothing. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. So on the weekend we saw 2 winners of the Papa John's trophy. I think that's just called, but EFL trophy. If you want, So Salford won it on Saturday and then Sunday on the Sunday. We're seeing something similar with the Copa del Rey in a month or so. So last year's final wasn't played and got played this year's final as well. But the interesting thing is Athletic Bilbao are playing in both of those finals. So they could win the trophy twice in about a week.
If they don't win one, that's bad.
Yeah. So this year's final is against Barca. I don't know I can't remember whose last year's final was against. Let me check. Real Sociedad.
Oh, okay.
Could win it twice, with this Barca team. But let's just look at the European fixtures. Real Madrid versus Atlanta. What do you guys think? Madrid are 1-0 up on aggregate right now with an away goal.
Game's not over, but I would expect Madrid to beat them just because Atlanta got a nice bit of attack, but they can't defend. So, and I believe Benzema and all that. Well, Benzema's back, I know that for sure. So, I expect them to go through.
Yeah, same.
Right, then Man City, Mönchengladbach. City are 2-0 up, again 2 away goals.
Yeah, that tie is pretty much over in my opinion.
Yeah,
it might get a little bit tighter, but City will win it.
Yeah, Mönchengladbach have lost all their games since that City one as well, so it's not looking good for their manager, even though he's going to Dortmund. Then Bayern Lazio, 4-1 up, 4 away goals. Is there any chance for Lazio in this one, or is it just?
Finished.
Yeah.
There's always a chance, but no.
No, they're
That's
done.
finished.
And then, of course, Chelsea vs Atletico Madrid tie. Obviously, it's going to be a nervous one for you. One team to win, but Jack and Tom, what do you guys think?
They're going to lose. I have
Chelsea.
a feeling Atletico are going to win.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
No, I still think Chelsea got enough to
You know,
see the game out, whether that's a 0-0 draw or to score.
we've
more.
got players missing as well
But-
because of suspension.
Oh yeah, no Mount.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Mount, Jorginho,
Mount ain't playing.
Thiago Silva's still injured, I found correct.
Silva.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe
I don't know
Atletico,
now.
Abraham.
do have a fully fit team as well for this game.
Yeah.
And no
Chelsea might be in
suspension.
trouble. Chelsea might be in trouble.
But I don't know. I still don't back Atletico in any game just because of how poor they are attacking wise. You know, they just don't score enough goals. But at the same time, neither does Chelsea team at the moment. You know, I don't think they scored more than 2 under Tuchel. But defensively, again, just clean sheets. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just saw through a 1-0 lead, like you said, Jack.
This will be the game Christensen fucks up. I can just feel it already, man. Just don't trust him.
If I were you, I'd play Kepa and go make it a bit interesting, but that's just me. Then, you know, Europa League. What do you think of Rangers? 1-1 against Slavia Prague. They have an away goals that they are technically winning, if you want to call it that. Do you think they can make it to the next round?
Yeah, that's not a bad result for them. To be honest, away goal, 1-1
Slavia
draw.
Prague,
They're in the driving seat.
not a
So
bad team.
yeah,
But I feel like Rangers got a bit of quality. So I reckon they can definitely do it.
and their confidence is going to be high after winning the league. So
Yeah.
I think they can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the only thing is if I'm correct, they're set at the Old Firm derby after that game, but I'm sure they'd prioritise the Europa League at this point anyway. So
Yeah, because they.
the way the
Yeah.
league's gone. Arsenal Olympiacos, 3 away goals for Arsenal. Do you think that's
Finished.
done?
Finished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's done.
Yeah.
That's
Tom,
finished.
obviously, Tom, you weren't here for Friday episode. Do you think you're fairly comfortable now against Dynamo Zagreb? 2-0 up?
Yeah, I would expect so. Like 2-0 up. They didn't. That game we dominated possession. Probably should have created a bit more than we did, but it was just a comfortable game. I don't think we'll have any problems with that, especially since, like I said, now I thought the league was done anyway. It's 100% done now. I cannot. For us to get back in that top 4 contention, we had to beat you. The fact we lost it and didn't get a point, I think the only thing to play for now for us is that obviously that final and Europa League. So, I expect we're through, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Then other games seem fairly straightforward. To be honest, all I'm hoping for that is next time we get rid of Real. I just
And
want
Man
Emery.
United, AC Milan, that's a big one.
Yeah, I think that is the biggest one. To be fair, I think we
Yeah,
knew that before
it
anyway.
is.
But I feel like it's hard to write off United just because of what we've seen. I think personally, just Bruno on his own. I feel like you could tell Bruno's a bit maybe fatigued. I think you could tell that with Rashford as well. Maybe he was. I think one of my friends said, United fan, he doesn't think Rashford will reach his potential because he's just being overplayed and his body won't let him get to the top. Jack, do you agree with that?
Yeah, if he carries on going, I mean, fair play to him. He's been playing when injured this season and last season, and although you can say, "Oh, that's stupid," but that's the boy that loves his club, wants to do the best, wants to play all the time. So fair play to him. And what your friend said as well, he probably won't go past. His injury is going to stop him reaching that potential, because when he gets to 27, 28, you see it when youngsters start too early, that injuries hit him, and he's just going to have that injury hit end of his career. And I think he might retire early.
Or do you think someone should just tell him that, you're still young, you don't need to put your body through this much pressure right now, just take your time with it. And obviously he is such an important player for your team because he's so good. The others aren't doing as well right now next to him, but just something you tell him, just calm down a bit and take your time with your game.
Yes, Sometimes he should be rested more than he is. However, we don't have the quality to replace him. So it's just a bit like, I mean, you can tell when he's injured because he doesn't play that full throttle. He doesn't take on players. He takes the easy pass. And then end of last season, you could see that he was injured, and some of this season you can as well. But hopefully, he won't have a major injury that could cause him trouble for like 9 months or so.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I know next week only a few teams are playing. I think maybe like 4 or 5 teams are playing in the Premier League because FA Cup is back. I think it's quarterfinals if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So, Jack, you guys have got Leicester. How do you feel for that game? Or how do you feel about the game, should I say?
Another tough game. Every competition we play, obviously not Prem, but FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League, Europa League, we get tough ties. Gonna be no different. They're playing well, challenging top 4. They might want a chance to win a cup, so they still might go strong. They got good players. They also got a few players out, so could use that to our advantage. But I think we can. I think we'll have enough to win.
Ty, obviously, you guys are home against Sheffield United. Do you think it'll be fairly straightforward?
Should be, but with this attack, I mean, I don't know. Abraham will probably start. Well, apparently he's been injured, but a lot of people don't believe that. But we should, keyword being should, run through them. But when we played them a few weeks ago, they gave us a bit of a test. But obviously that was early days under Tuchel, so we might have still been just getting used to his tactics and stuff. So yeah, we should beat them, and we're at home. So and obviously that gives players a chance to actually just try and prove themselves if they haven't really had a chance in the league yet. So yeah, we should beat them, but I'm always nervous when it comes to these kind of games because I know what this team's capable of.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think the other ties are Man City versus Everton. I think they expect City to take it there because Everton aren't on great form at the moment. And then Bournemouth, Southampton, which I think could be an interesting game because, again, Southampton aren't great right now, but Bournemouth, the championship team, I think they're like 6th or 7th, just outside the playoff places. So definitely could put up a fight in that game. Other than that, though, I think that should be everything. I think Spurs, Villa next week in the Prem. We got West Ham away, which will be a bit difficult as well. But yeah, I think that's it. Unless you guys have anything I missed.
Yeah, just one other thing.
Oh.
For that AC Milan United game, AC Milan now have Theo Hernandez back, Kalinoglu, Ibrahimovic is back for the United game, and Rebic is back for the United game.
Okay. Yeah,
well, it's going to be a better tie now.
Yeah, Theo Hernandez was a great player in the season for them. Yeah,
he's a brilliant left back. But I wanted Ibra back so bad for that game.
Interesting because I feel like Dalot played quite well in that first leg down the left hand side.
Yep.
So if Hernandez is fit, he probably will replace.
He'll play on the right though because I think Calabria, their right back, he just got injured or something. So I think he'll play on the right.
Well, that would just make it a lot harder for United then, but who have to score as well because of that away goal rule. But quickly before we go there, away goals rule, I don't think we've talked about properly on here. For me, I think once you go into extra time in the second leg, say if it goes to extra time, the away goals rule shouldn't count because then it's an extra 30 minutes for the away team in that second leg to score an extra goal. So I feel like after extra time, the away goals rule should just be stopped. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
Because technically it's unfair because they've got an extra 30 minutes to score more away goals. So
I agree.
That's quite a good rule to be honest. I think after extra time second leg they should just be aggregate score. Whoever scores the most.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, I think Champions League is simply not first leg, around the 16 ties will all be over. Same with Europa League. So getting to the nitty-gritty part of the season now. So it should be getting very interesting. Until Friday, have a nice
before. I think it's time to talk. I think it's time we sit down and just say what's going on. I think we should say